heavily reliant on trying to catch people with that Syndra stun combo to try and start fights, which is never really the best when you've already got a good amount of range. Right, look at BB though, he's roaming down towards mid lane. They want to try and fight this as a group.
SkewMond able to get a few of the Razor Beaks there. 6 to 15, Kyeahoo stepping forward, Caps looking for the scatter, we can't land it, Kyeahoo's now burned his flash, and BB's on the way across, the victor! Careful of the Dominus, BrokenBlade has already had a recall where Canna hasn't actually gone back to base at all yet.
So, level 5 secured for SkewMond. He knows that the Dragon is going to be uncontested. Kyeahoo not strong enough, they don't have the push in bot. There's no way for KC to really challenge this, and Yike desperately needs camps. He's behind in XP, he's behind in gold, he's just behind in general, and he's got to get what he can get while his camps are available.
Yeah, it's also Caliste who has, hang on a sec.
Great handshake stun there again, Hansama.
KC don't really get much, get any damage really done, it's going to be the Dragon for them.
Nice play overall from the KC bottom lane. Busio.
He's a long way away from friends. Quickness has to be used. Often you think on the Khan, you can do these sorts of plays. You have so much mobility. But when you jump in, immediately a 6. Canna only half on his Mega now. Yike coming across. Caps will be met by Yike, who holds the Vault Breaker, but Forza will flash, cease and desist. BrokenBlade's going to look to see if he can just delete Yike, and he can! Yike thought he had it, Kyeahoo's on his way across, kind of building up the Mega Gnar. SkewMond trying to get here in time, the Gnar into the wall, the wind becomes lightning, and Canna has to flash away, but SkewMond chases him for days!
Surely they're building up a lead. The KC are struggling to stop.
Oh, Labrov caught out here though by Yike. With the gravity field down, Labrov just doesn't get a chance to move.
Just try and play around Kyeahoo. I mean, in the Victor, he can definitely be a carry. But now, can they cover top?
BB with the dominance, Yike clearing out the Krugs. BB dodging away with the slice and dice, but Yike's still on the chase. No flash for him. BB trying to get onto Canna. Can't really get close enough. Hit by the wallet, followed by the Vault Breaker. The slice, the dice. BB escapes!
They tried to give the shoulder as he sent him out the door. I cannot believe that didn't hit, but it's perfect for G2. Herald mid will get the tower, will get the position on Dragon, and they just get to rinse and repeat.
I mean, G2 are really just running circles around KC right now. They're using the strength of their laners to punish their opponents. They're taking advantage of the early jungle lead that SkewMond was able to build, and now they're just kind of dancing around and punishing every play that KC tried to make. KC, they need
being caught. We didn't quite see the start of the play, but ultimate on cooldown for about 75% more of its time. Tower in the mid lane for G2. SkewMond's going to take away. 2 levels down. SkewMond's blocking the Vault Breaker, and Yike has to burn the flash. SkewMond follows with a flash of his own. BB punching down onto Canna too. He's forced away. Yike down. Canna almost follows suit.
Caliste, ulti from Busio. Hans just has to ult in response and walk away. Now the threat of a dive in bot lane is very real.
Kyeahoo uses the Arcane Storm to try and clear the way, but G2 do not need the minions to dive.
It feels like G2 looked at 2025 and said, you know what, not winning everything just isn't good enough. Coming into LEC versus, this is a statement, and they want more.
KC are being corralled. G2 are hunting, and it's Caps at the forefront. Vault Breaker from Yike diving towards Caps. The hostile takeover doesn't clip Busio. He's separated from his team, but he can battle dance away. In the end, the TP just leads to KC scatter towards the Baron. Perhaps a sneak is an opportunity, perhaps just vision their goal for now.
I think it's just try and get as much gold into their hands as possible. I mean, Kyeahoo, while he is still nearly 800 gold behind, is actually in an okay spot with 2 items completed. The upgraded Merc threads as well means that he'll be relatively good against Caps.
Making fun of Yike here in this game.
Yeah, and I think it makes a lot of sense that this G2 is doing so well. Their core has been together for such a long period of time. When you look at BrokenBlade, Caps, and Hansama, they have played over 1,100 days together. That synergy means something, but Labrov has to flash.
Flashes away. Busio looks to engage. Yike there for the follow-up, and that is Hansama down. BrokenBlade joins the fight. Busio tries to dance away and manages to do so. The Gnar gets 2. Crescent Guard out from G2, and they're the ones flashing away. They're the ones retreating. BrokenBlade dices. And KC have sliced through the AD carry. Is it now a Baron play? Caps still has ult.
A single moment was all it took. KC found a pick on the Hans, and now they've set their sights on the Baron.
BB
G2 are
has the TP.
TPing back in.
BB has the TP and his ultimate. The Baron down to 7,000. KC, one roll of the dice. Is it snake eyes? Is it double sixes? Yike in there, goes in with the vault breaker. BrokenBlade trying to force him out. He's gone. Yike no longer in the pit. BrokenBlade with the bailout. SkewMond takes it. The only power to Yike. Puts him in the dirt as Caps chases Busio out, even flashing for the kill on the Rakan. The Baron to G2 will sit on Hansama and Labrov. Caps will fall to Kyeahoo, who will be able to chase him out, but 2 Barons to G2 in a fight they just shouldn't have won.
They shouldn't have, but they all die. Apart from
Has to
Hansama.
make a difficult decision. Do I stay in the pit or do I get out? SkewMond takes the Hex Gate and uses it to get into the pit. We're back to live already.
This will be the last Baron buff for G2, and he doesn't have flash. Burnt it before the previous play. The win becomes lightning. Busio looking for the follow-up. KC continue to fight.
How the hell are KC finding these plays? One game was enough, but another game in game 4 where they are holding on to the brink of this.
It's crazy.
But the gold lead has shrunk to 1,000. Negligible at this point. TP to the mid lane by Kyeahoo. Yike in the pit. Canna looking for the flank. G2 haven't warded. But BrokenBlade will act as a bodyguard. Kyeahoo puts a laser through them. Canna building up that Mega Gnar. Almost has it. The charm, the quickness, the hostile takeover only landing onto Busio, disengaging the fight. And KC could do that too. Canna could look for the flash Gnar here. G2 are up against the wall. The Drake for KC secured. No soul yet for G2. They try and gain control of the mid lane wave. They're forced back by KC.
I mean, the bot side camps are going to be enough for Yike. He's like, I need gold, I need XP. I'm going to take anything that I can take. He's going to steal away the red buff. The fight doesn't explode, but I don't think that KC's upset about that. He will, at the very least, get his red buff, but a dragon denied away, the soul denied from G2. And KC, they've bought themselves more time. This whole game, they've been looking for a way to slow G2 down. But this be the accelerator. Canna's trapped.
Jumps across, SkewMond goes in. Canna building up towards that Mega Gnar. Nars gets the stun on SkewMond. Yike coming in for a follow-up play. Canna's still pretty healthy. He's going to flash away from Hansama to the Crescent Guard, keeping SkewMond safe for now. Hansama flashes forward, and KC begin to disengage. The Scatter the Weak from Caps does not find its mark. The G2 still find the kill.
Canna stays too long on that bottom side, and that handshake from Labrov took him away from the safety of that Hextech portal. Caliste can still get the mid wave, and at least that's some gold into KC.
Whew. Okay.
Have managed to establish here in the river. Now they'll step forward.
And that's what KC are doing a great job of, playing around that vision. Yike only just being spotted. Busio's out in bottom. Busio dodges away with the grand entrance.
Kyeahoo trying to push forward here more. SkewMond there, the TP behind by BrokenBlade. Yike misses the vault breaker, lands the snipe, but now BrokenBlade on the TP, looking for Caliste, and they'll dive into him. Double GA available. Caliste dies to Hansama. Yike trying to get onto Caps. BrokenBlade slicing across. The Gnar from Canna. Hostile takeover. Caps brought back with the bailout, but the unleashed power not enough for him. Meanwhile, on the top side, Canna has a GA of his own. SkewMond trying to survive through it all. The GA on Canna is propped. So is the one on BB. SkewMond dives back in and kills off Busio. A 2v3 now. BrokenBlade goes in with a strike breaker. Kyeahoo slowed, stunned up, locked up, taken out. But in the end, still, KC win the fight 4 for 3.
KC threw everything!
Backline. Caps is being soloed by Yike. The jungle is doing so much for both sides. BrokenBlade in the brawl. We have to go back to live because the dragon is being secured. But what a back and forth. Junglers, top laners, supports doing everything they can to keep their teams alive.
And crucially,
Resets G2 back away. What did they get? The Arcane Storm in exchange for the Transcend oneself and the hostile takeover. Canna still looking for the flank.
the red buff has healed up Caliste. Canna in front of
Canna! The nerf! The quickness! It's KC all the time as Busio dives onto the backline. It's beautiful for the Karmine Corp as they wipe away G2. SkewMond left standing, but not for long. This arena is blue. SkewMond, though, begins to turn it around. The ball breaker in. He dies. KC now make a beeline for the mid lane. And with 4 still alive, this should be the Nexus.
At the start of this game, it looked like KC would take silver. But by the end, we are going to silver scrapes.
One more for KC. They've done the unthinkable. They won from impossible positions. One more now needed for KC.
What a comeback game for KC.